What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another trade recap. Today is Thursday, March 5th, 2026. I'm going to be going over the one trade that I ended up taking. I took a W. $1,027 was made today. So without further ado, let's just get on to today's action. Today was a little bit of a frustrating day, but let's just go over what happened and let's see what was going on today. So basically today it was a little bit of a frustrating day because I had 3 opportunities, and all 3 opportunities my bias was right, my entry model was correct, and everything was correct, and TP would have banged, but price ran without me. So I'm gonna be going over I'm gonna be going over all the opportunities that I could have taken today, but wasn't able to, and I'm gonna be going over the huge W that I ended up taking at the end and why patience is key. So basically, coming into the day, I had a neutral bias. I wanted to see if we were gonna go lower or gonna go higher. Market opened and I wanted to see if we were gonna go higher, rebalance a 5-minute gap or a 15-minute gap, and then go down and hit this 4-hour, potentially take shorts this 4-hour, or if we were just gonna take out this 1-hour internal low right here and end up taking longs to the upside, because we did have news at 8:30, so we could have targeted the data wick. But let's go over what happened here. So pre-market, we took out the 1-hour internal low right here. I was looking to see if there was an entry, but I didn't really want to trade 1 minute before market open, so I held myself. 1 second. All right, we're back. So I didn't want to trade 1 minute before market open, so I held myself. I wanted to see if we were gonna rebalance this 5-minute gap here and end up going lower to this 4-hour down here, or inverse this 5-minute gap and take along to data highs and this 1-hour gap right here. So what ended up happening was we just opened, market opened right here, off rip, no entry, right into the data highs and 1-hour high. Now at this point, ES was looking really bearish, so I wanted to see, I wanted to wait till 10 a.m. and see what was gonna happen if we were gonna inverse that 1-hour gap. Where was ES at this point? ES was right here. So after we took out this these data highs right here and this 1-hour gap right here, ES was just chopping and chopping and chopping. You can't see it on this chart, but let me go on to the 1 minute and try and show you guys right here. Yeah, so ES was a little hesitant after we took out the data highs and the 1-hour highs and the 1-hour gap. We were still looking bearish, so I still wanted to see what we were gonna do, if we were gonna go higher or gonna go lower. So I ended up waiting, waiting. We were really close to this buy side liquidity as well as London highs right here. So I was looking for longs at this point. We ended up tapping this 1-minute gap, this 5-minute gap right down here. Opening up this 5-minute gap, 1-minute gap opened up. I wanted to see continuation longs. Where was this 1-minute gap? Yep, so we had a resweep of that low, this one tiny 1-minute gap here. There was a 30-second as well on Trade-Evate. That's where I was looking to get my entry. But of course, price ended up just boom. And this was my break-even point. I was looking to target either off of this 1-minute gap or the 30-second, but just for the sake of this video, I'm gonna do this 1-minute gap. I was looking to target this buy side liquidity right here, which was a 15-minute high with London above, potentially leaving a runner to London, and this was gonna be my break-even point right here. What ended up happening was I set a limit order to see if I was gonna get filled before we had taken this break even, but we ended up tapping this break even point, so I wasn't able to set my limit anymore. I couldn't keep it there anymore. Yeah, my entry was right here, 288, or it would have been right there. So we tapped the break even, came back down to where we would have touched my limit order, but I had to remove it because we had hit my break-even point. So it would have been a break-even trade anyways. Came back down and then smacked full TP right there. Then we came up, made a SMT with London highs right here. And at this point, I was just looking for shorts. There was no reason for us to go higher. We had made an SMT with London highs as well as the 15-minute high right here. After making an SMT with both of those buy-side liquidities, we had opened up a 5-minute gap right here. And we had a 15-minute below down here, which was also a 5-minute internal low. This was a 15-minute gap. And we had opened up this 5-minute right here. So after opening up this 5-minute here, you guys can see that clean rejection off of that London SMT right here. And I was looking to take it off of the inverse of this 5-minute and take it all the way down to this 5-minute internal low, which was also a 15-minute gap. What ended up happening, well, NQ was just playing with me today, honestly. It was just literally playing with my feelings like my main chick. Y'all know the memes, how gold is your side chick and it treats you good, and NQ is your main chick and it treats you like shit. But anyways, we come here, we literally almost inverse it. We almost run without me, almost inverse it, then we end up not inversing it. Then what happens? We end up just running and tapping my break-even point and then hitting this 15-minute gap. That would have been full TP. Now let's get into the third trade that I could have taken here. So we tap into this 15-minute gap and let me delete all of this so you guys don't get confused. So we tap into this 15-minute gap. At this point, I'm looking for longs to this 5-minute that was opened up above. Yeah, we ended up opening that 5-minute here. So I was looking for longs right here. We tap into the 15-minute. Absolutely nothing happens. We come back down. We sweep out this low. And now I'm looking for longs because we had tapped into a 15-minute gap and as well had a 5-minute open up above. So then what happens? We open up a 3-minute gap here. And holy shit, bro. Just looking back on this, like, it hurts. It hurts my soul, bro. It hurts. So we open up this 3-minute gap. And I was looking to take a long to this 5-minute above. Right here. Actually, where was this 5-minute? Yeah, it was right here. Was it right there? Yeah, it was right here. Open up this 3-minute inverse fair value gap. What does it do? Runs without me. Like, look at how, oh my God. Whatever. Runs without me. Boom. Taps that 5-minute. At this point, now I'm looking for shorts back down. Now I'm looking for shorts back down. We opened up a 15-minute gap up here. Boom. Get a tap into that 15-minute right up here. Let me just mark it out real quick. Get a tap into this 15-minute gap. And then now I'm looking for shorts. So we tap into this 15-minute gap. Thankfully, I wasn't looking at the markets here because if I was, I would have taken this 1-minute inverse right here. I would have taken this 1-minute inverse with stops at this body wick, body closure of the candle, targeting this 5-minute that we had opened up below. So it was a mechanical model. I was looking for a tap into the 5-minute, take it down to this, tap into the 15-minute, take a short down into this 5-minute. So thank God I wasn't looking at the market here because I had to break my fast. I would have taken this 1-minute inverse right here and I would have gotten stopped out. By the time I looked back, I saw that this was a good short. I ended up taking it right here. I set my limit on this CISD. But I did get spread in my favor, which is again market rewarding me for being patient today and getting absolutely slapped across the face. So I set a limit on the CISD right here. I got an even better fill. Stops on the body closure of the candle right here. Originally targeting this 5-minute gap for a 1 to 9. But as you guys know, we want to maximize our wins and minimize our losses. So what did I end up doing? I ended up removing my take profit and I ended up catching a 3.59. I removed my take profit from this 5-minute gap and I just kept trailing my stop and we just kept dumping and dumping after we hit this 5-minute gap. So I set my break even point on this low right here. Had a 5-minute gap right here. After we tapped it, my stops were already at break even, but then I trailed my stop to down here. Right here was my first trailed stop. Then we went all the way down. I ended up trailing my stop to this closure, this body closure right here, and I ended up getting stopped out for a 1 to 3.6 RR trade. Now, yes, today was a frustrating day, but I did get rewarded for it. Yesterday was a test of my patience, but again, I did get rewarded for it. And yesterday was a test of my discipline, and again, I did get rewarded for it. We are up on the account. We are at 51K and 27 plus 13, 51K plus $51,040. Hopefully we can pass this account soon. And yeah, there we go. That's the one trade that I ended up taking. Huge W, ate up all the losses that I had. And that's how you come back, ladies and gentlemen. That's how you freaking come back. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.